Tank, he got the power, and he got the equalizers. Anything can happen with Tank. But Tank give away a lot of rounds.
It's big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
A chess match.
Did you understand in that moment, like, why he is who he is?
Yeah, I seen why he's able to beat these guys.
Curmel Moton has issued a clear warning to Lamont Roach. Think twice before stepping back into the ring with Gervonta Davis. After photos and footage of Tank's powerful new physique surfaced, Moton didn't hold back. He made it clear Tank's strength, sharpened skills, and killer mindset make him more dangerous than ever. Gervonta isn't just hype, he's the face of boxing for a reason. Curmel said when he steps into that ring, anything can happen and, usually, it's bad news for the other guy. Moton called the rematch a serious gamble and strongly suggested Roach reconsider before taking the risk. This isn't just another fight. This is a high-stakes war, he warned.
Guys took their pressure, got some skills himself, and I feel like it's gonna be a great fight. I know I'm the better fighter, the more sharper fighter, and I know I'm working harder than him. So, we're gonna see. But I know that I have what it takes, and I'm gonna prove it for the first.
Gervonta Davis's latest training footage is sending shockwaves through the boxing world. In a short gym clip, his physical transformation alone speaks volumes. He's clearly bulked up and looks more dangerous than ever. With explosive speed, laser focus, and bone-crushing precision in every punch, it's obvious. This isn't just training. This is war prep. Observers agree this version of Davis isn't just getting ready to fight. He's preparing to dominate. His intense form makes one thing clear. He's not taking the rematch lightly, not even for a second. Curmel Moton recently shared a rare personal story from his time sparring with Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and it came with both respect and warning. He described the experience as intense, not just because of Tank's raw power, but because of his precision, timing, and relentless pressure. It wasn't just punches, it was a mental trap, Moton said. He breaks you down piece by piece until you're just trying to survive. That sparring session gave Curmel a new level of respect for Davis, showing him exactly why even elite fighters struggle to keep up. It revealed the brutal physical and mental demands of facing someone who fights with such calculated ferocity.
What was it like when you sparred him? I know you sparred Tank early on.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Like, replay that experience for me. Like, you coming out of it, what was your thought?
Yeah, I was nervous at first. I think I was 15 at the time we sparred, so he wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that. But we was going like, he was using the speed on me. Like, we was both like going speed for speed, and it was great. It was like a chess match.
Did you understand in that moment, like, why he is who he is?
Yeah, I seen why he's able to beat these guys. Then I also seen why I'm I got all this hype around me too.
Despite fully understanding the risk, Curmel Moton once admitted he wanted to face Gervonta Davis before the champ retires. It wasn't about ego, it was about measuring himself against one of the most complete fighters in the game. For stepping in the ring with someone as elite as Tank wasn't just a fight, it was a test of truth, a chance to see exactly where he stands in the brutal world of boxing. That kind of desire might sound dangerous, even reckless, but it speaks volumes. It shows the heart of a true fighter, one who respects greatness enough to want to face it head on, no matter the cost.
He is a big fight. Do you think Tank will retire before you can, because there is a small possibility. He's still at 35, so maybe you can catch him at 40 in 5 years, right? He's what, 29? He'll be 29 November, or he's 29 now? One of the two, so he'll be 30. Technically it'll be like him fighting Loma. Loma's 36. Or you don't even think about that?
I don't think about it. I'm not really focused on it. I'm focused on now, my upcoming fights. Take one fight at a time, but who knows what the future holds. I do know Tank said that he ain't want to be around that much longer though. From what he said, take care of not Devin no more. He don't even want to fight Devin no more. But Shakur, what's he said, Tiafimo? I think he said he wanted to retire, but who knows?
The frequent comparisons between Curmel Moton and Gervonta Davis haven't gone unnoticed. Instead of feeling insulted, Curmel takes it as a compliment. Being mentioned in the same breath as a global star like Gervonta says a lot about his potential and how far he's come. He understands that Davis isn't just a champion, he's a symbol of modern boxing. Known not only for his titles, but for the excitement he brings every time he steps into the ring. For the comparison isn't pressure, it's fuel. a reminder of the high standard he's chasing and the greatness he's determined to reach.
A lot of people compare you to Tank. When you hear that, like when they call you Tank 2.0 or whatever the case is, how do you feel about that?
I used to take it as like a compliment when I was an amateur. I used to take it as a compliment. But they comparing me to Tank, you know, he faced the boxing, like the biggest names in the sport, real high skill. But now I feel like I want to make a name for myself. I don't want to be 2.0 or nobody. I want to be the first me, you know, and make my own.
Oscar De La Hoya, a legend with both experience and championships under his belt, has weighed in on the upcoming clash, and he didn't sugarcoat it. While he acknowledged Lamont Roach's technical skill and talent, he made it clear that stepping in with Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a different beast entirely. De La Hoya suggested that Roach might be sharp, but Davis brings a level of aggression, power, and ring IQ that's simply on another level. This isn't just about surviving Tank's explosiveness, he implied in his eyes. This fight is a dangerous gamble for Roach.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Frank Martin has offered a blunt and honest take ahead of the rematch. While he respects Lamont Roach's skill set, he doesn't expect an easy night for him. Not even close. From Martin's viewpoint, Gervonta Davis's blend of raw power and elite ring control will slowly wear Roach down. He believes Tank's constant pressure will leave Roach fighting just to survive. Martin's opinion comes from a place of deep understanding. He knows the kind of physical and mental toll a fighter like Davis brings from the opening bell. And in his eyes, Roach is walking into a storm.
They're trying to give that fight more of a, like, oh, it's going to be a good fight, but no. Roach is a decent fighter, but Tank on dog him. Tank on dog him.
For sure, I agree.
Steven Espinoza brings a wider lens to the conversation, offering key insights into Gervonta Davis's rise. He notes that while Davis has competed at 140 pounds, his true dominance lies in the 135 lb division where his speed, power, and timing all come together at their peak. Espinoza also pulled back the curtain on why certain super fights, like the highly anticipated clash with Shocker Stevenson, haven't materialized. According to him, negotiations hit roadblocks due to deeper contractual complexities, not lack of interest. Still, despite those challenges, Espinoza remains confident. Tank's star power is undeniable, he said. His trajectory is only going up.
Yeah, for sure. Waking up in Texas and coming over here, I'm like, geez, that cold is different, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Steven, Tank versus Lamont Roach, right? March 1st, we're going to get this fight here in New York. There are a lot of questions of why Lamont Roach, right? Let's not discredit him. He's a great fighter, great chin, high IQ. But why Lamont Roach? That's the questions that all the fans are asking at the beginning.
Look, I think the reality is, I think those are fair questions. I mean, look, when you have fighters the caliber of Tank, you know, of Canelo, the bar is always high. You know, when you continue to perform well against high-level opposition, you know, people expect a lot from you. You know, there were preliminary discussions about the Shakur fight, you know, early on, like back early, you know, for 2024 before this was scheduled. Didn't get very far for reasons I won't go into. But
come on.
You know, I just think there were, you know, I'm not sure that the time was right. I think, you know, what Shakur was looking for was something different than, you know, he was looking for more of a long-term commitment other than just doing one fight, you know, and so he's got his deal, you know, he's getting busy, he's got a fight scheduled, and, you know, maybe we'll pick up and do something there. But aside from that, I mean, to be candid, you know, those are the big names at 135. I know Tank has gone up to 140, and he would on occasion. He hasn't looked the best there. Overall, I think 135 is his best weight.
Inside Gervonta Davis's camp, training isn't just preparation, it's domination. One incident made that crystal clear. Tank reportedly dropped a sparring partner with a single punch, leaving even veteran trainers stunned. Gasps echoed through the gym. But for those who know Davis, it wasn't surprising. His power in sparring is just as terrifying as it is under the lights. And this time around, he's locked in like never before. His focus is laser sharp, and his message is clear. Not just preparing to win the rematch, he's preparing to make a statement.
Yeah.
Once Tank felt a little more power, you actually really think that Lamont takes power.
I don't think anybody could take his power. You know he knocked out heavyweights?
I was there.
Tell me the story. What happened?
Tank, what's the one boy name?
No, don't say a name. I don't want to embarrass anyone.
Oh, no, you're right.
But tell people what happened.
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight.
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he died.
Tank, is that true? You almost killed a heavyweight in the ring? That's what he said.
Should be happening.
Because he asked me, how does a 135-pounder take your power? I said, I don't think anybody takes the power.
Just not get in there with me. That's how they do it.
Were you shocked when you saw that?
Huh?
Were you shocked?
I was just like, man, he better not do that shit to me.
And you know what else he told me? You punched him upstairs, he lost feeling in his leg. No, he did. You told me that, right?
Keep it a beat, yeah.
No, it happened.
You ready?
Yeah.